Welcome to the Expert Box. This video explains how to create a construct on expertbox.com. Start by clicking on Design in the main menu. You will see an orange button and some example constructs. Click on the orange Create Construct button. Give your construct a name. Describe what it does and who you are. Choose between free, pay per use, or membership monetization options. Publish to private, public, or group stages. Select automatic or manual deployment and version management, and disable the session timeline if you do not want it shown. It is typical to initially create a construct on your private stage without monetization, and to change it once you are satisfied with testing the design. Click Submit. Your construct is shown as being handled by you, with actions for the features you selected. You can change the settings anytime by clicking the Edit action. Your construct is created. Does not do anything yet. To make it useful, you need to design it. Design your construct by clicking on the Design action. You are shown the Construct Designer. Here you can add, click and drag components to define process flows, user interaction, and data processing of the construct. The Construct Designer works by selecting a component in the flowchart and then using the Action button in the lower right corner to make changes to the selected component. The available actions are different for every component type. Every component, with the exception of the top-level model Siri, can be edited, removed, drag-dropped, and copy-pasted. Some components can be anchored to and linked to other components that use their values to change the processing flow and process data. Construct components are inspired by traditional flowcharts, as used by software architects, and enable creation of complex process flows and decision trees interleaved with user interfacing and data processing. There are 6 components used to define the flow and data processing during a session: Siri, branch, leaf, loop, expression, and page. A Siri is a sequence of steps performed in order, one after the other. During a session, each component in the Siri is processed until a page is reached. The page is then sent to the user to interact with, and once the user submits the page by pressing the Next button, processing continues. Branches represent a fork in the road. The famous if this, then that, else another logic structure. Each branch contains one or more leaf. Each leaf is an alternative of the branch's flow. Processing one leaf in a branch implies the other leaves in the branch are not applicable. Leaves represent alternative routes in a flow. Each leaf contains an expression to determine whether the leaf should become active for its branch. Each leaf also contains another container, such as Siri or a page, which will be processed if the leaf is activated. Loops are similar to Siri components in that they process a set of child components, one after the other. However, the difference is that they repeat the processing of all children a number of times. The number of times it repeats is called iterations, which can either be a fixed number or until an exit condition is met. Expressions are logical calculations and comparisons that are evaluated to a result value. Each expression is powered by a small piece of JavaScript to evaluate conditions, process linked values, and real-time data. Depending on the construct, expressions are typically very simple, such as, is this the same as that? Or is this greater than that? However, expressions are very powerful and support complex mathematics, formulas, formatting, and data processing. Pages are user interaction points during the flow, where the construct presents and gathers information from the user with a wide selection of user interface controls, such as text, question, choice, and media. Text controls show a piece of text to the user. The text can be fixed by editing the value of the control in the designer, or by linking a value from another control or expression to the text, overriding the value and displaying dynamic text generated on the fly. Text can be predefined or generated dynamically using linked expressions. Show an image or video to the user, or play a sound recording to the user. Together with our monetization features, this control makes it easy to put your media behind a paywall or to show instructional videos. Questions are open questions, asking the user for a text answer. Answers to questions can be restrained to different formats, such as numbers or letters, and with minimum and maximum lengths for alphabetic formats or numerical formats. Questions can be predefined or generated dynamically using linked expressions. Choices are closed questions where the user selects single or multiple options from a list. Choices can be shown in a number of different visual styles, including drop-down select, autocomplete, radio buttons, and checkboxes. Choices can be predefined or generated dynamically using linked expressions. There is a growing list of easy to flexible and stylish user interface controls, including time, date, report, dices, database, list, which are not covered here in detail. Once the construct is designed, it is a good idea to test it and ensure that it works as expected. If there are errors, fix the design and test again until it works correctly. Once you are satisfied, publish the construct to the public or to an organization's closed group stage, where relevant users can find it and start sessions. If you make use of automatic version management, any changes you make to the construct will be immediately applicable to any new sessions with the construct. By changing to manual release management, you can take a snapshot copy of the construct currently in design and deploy versions of the construct once you have tested them. This prevents users from starting sessions with incomplete or faulty constructs. If you are monetizing your construct and people start sessions with the construct, you will start receiving credits as payment. Each credit has a value determined when the user purchased them, and this value can be paid out in cash into your PayPal account on your request. If your construct solves a valuable problem, this could result in a nice, stable residual income with the construct doing the repetitive work, while you sip cocktails on the beach or getting on with more interesting things.